how to release trapped emotions. Okay, we are going to talk about trapped emotions. We're going to talk about what are trapped emotions, where are they found in your body, what they can do to you, and how to release them right after this. Hi, I'm Lisa. I empower parents to connect with their intuition so they can live with purpose and passion and raise their kids to do the same. Today we are talking about trapped emotions. Now, an emotion is an energy, okay? It's actually a real energy. When you feel an emotion, it's an energy and it's emanating if in your body and it's somewhere in your body. Now, when you feel this emotion, if you process it, if you feel it, you allow yourself to feel it and you process it, then in most cases it won't get trapped. But if you feel an emotion and you sort of like sweep it under the rug, like you don't really want to deal with that emotion, or if it's extremely powerful and overwhelming, even if you try to process it, it could get trapped somewhere in your body. Now it's basically a ball of energy, and it could get trapped somewhere in your body. It could get trapped in a limb. It could get trapped in one of your, systems. It could get trapped anywhere in your body, literally in your heart, in your stomach, in your knees, in your eyeballs. It can get trapped somewhere in your body. Now, when it gets trapped, it can either cause weakness, like maybe your knee will go out of place because it's got a trapped emotion, or it can cause illness, some kind of illness in that body part, or it can cause emotional damage, feeling emotional. There's so many different things that a trapped emotion can actually do to you. I have personally seen so many clients with crazy things. I mean, me personally, I had a trapped emotion in my right hip that was sitting there for years and years and years. And I had gone to like doctors, and I'd had x-rays, and I gone to chiropractors, and I got to alternative health, and no one could help me get rid of the pain that was in my right hip. And as soon as I actually started learning body code and emotion code and releasing trapped emotions back almost 6 years ago, it like went away like this and it never came back. It was the most incredible, like I became a believer, like a real believer. I have seen people who have had twitches in their eye from trapped emotions and have had ulcers in their stomach from trapped emotions. I've seen somebody have a near heart attack because and huge pain in their arm, trapped emotions in their heart and in their arm. I have seen people with trapped emotions in every basic part of their body, and they can wreak all kinds of havoc. So trapped emotions are real. Now, how to release trapped emotions? That is the question of the day. So the first thing that you need in order to release trapped emotions is to be able to do muscle testing, kinesiology, okay? There are some other ways of releasing trapped emotions where you can actually just sit and feel the emotion come up without actually having to do the muscle testing. That's a little bit more advanced. So if that's something that you, maybe I'll do another video if you leave me some comments and that you want some videos about these and how to do it, release trapped emotions without actually doing muscle testing. It is possible, and there are plenty of ways to do that. But that's more like when you feel the emotion and you go into yourself and feel the emotion, and then when it bubbles up inside of you and you feel all the emotions of what happened in that moment, then you can release it that way without the muscle testing. But the muscle testing way of doing it is where you actually you do the muscle testing. You either put out your arm. Learning muscle testing is much easier on someone else. That you have them put out their arm, and you feel something. When it's strong, it's a yes. When it's weak, it's a no. And you ask questions. Do I have a trapped emotion? Yes. Is it okay? And then there's a whole bunch of different emotions. There is something called the emotion code chart, where Dr. Bradley Nelson lists a whole bunch of emotions and how they're connected in your body, and you can go through that chart asking yes and no questions. Is it crying? No. Is it discouragement? No. Is it overjoy? No. Is it heartache? Oh, yes, it's heartache. Okay. Now, then once you discover exactly what the emotion is, then you ask questions about the trapped emotion. You ask questions like, okay, when was this from? Was it from the first half of my life? No. Was it from the second half of my life? Yes. Was it from when I was 25? No. 26? No. 27? Yes. It was from when I was 27. Okay. And you start to ask questions, all the details about what was happening. Did it have to do with my husband? No. Did it have to do with my oldest child? Yes. You find out exactly what the emotion is, when it was from in your life, who was involved, and you just keep asking more details and more details until you can ask the question, is there anything else I need to know? And you get no. Can I clear it now? Yes. If you just keep asking questions and it keeps saying, do you need to know more? Yes, then you have to keep asking more questions. Just ask more questions. Did it have to do with this person? Was it in this place? Is this what happened? What was the, what did they do to me? You need to know like all the details. Basically, if you're not doing muscle testing, you're doing the same thing. You're feeling inside of yourself what your trapped emotion was, what happened, who was involved. You want to bring it up to your conscious mind, okay? This trapped emotion is located in your subconscious mind. You're not consciously thinking about this every day. It's something that's way down deep inside you're not even aware of. What you're doing is you're pulling it up. You're pulling it up to your conscious mind so that you can be aware of exactly what's going on. It's like when you have a splinter, okay? You have a splinter that's stuck inside, you got to pull it up to the surface so that you can brush it off, okay? Once you pull it up to the surface, then you can just brush it off. That's what we want to do. We want to pull up this emotion up to the surface. You're actually feeling it. You're remembering it. You're feeling the details. You know what happened. And then once you know all the things, is there anything else you need to know? No. Can you clear it? Yes. Then what you can do is you can take your magnet, or you can just take a magnet off of the fridge. You don't need a fancy magnet. No. But I have one. And you want to run it down your main meridian. Okay, so if you're doing this on yourself, then your main meridian starts on your forehead. You go, wearing glasses. You go straight over your back of your head to the back of your neck, and you roll down your main meridian. You do it 3 to 5 times. And if you're doing it on someone else, then you can actually start at their neck and go down their back. The main meridian is starts over here and it goes down to your tailbone. You want to run it either over your head or down your back, and do that over and over until you can ask the question, did I release the trapped emotion? Yes. Do I have this trapped emotion anymore? No. And that's how you trap it. That's how you release a trapped emotion. Okay? Then you might have more trapped emotions, so you want to do the process again. Now, if you found a certain situation, okay, maybe you're talking about when you were 14 years old and there was this girl, Jennifer, and she was bullying you, and you have the trapped emotion of crying, you might want to go in and ask, do I have any other trapped emotions relating to that situation? And you could get yes. So now instead of having to ask all over again, how old was I? When was it? What was the situation? You already know the situation. You're just finding out which other trapped emotions did you have. You had abandonment, you had sadness, you had anxiety, whatever other trapped emotions there were, you find out, once you have the actual situation, you can find out all the trapped emotions. Find out if there's anything else you need to know, and then once you can clear it, then you take it and you go over your head or you go down someone's back. If you need some help with releasing trapped emotions, I will leave some link where you can come visit me for an emotion code session, a body code session, or we can have a 15-minute consult and discuss how it can help you. And that is that. I'm sure, please leave me what kind of videos you would like to hear. Do you want to hear more about the body code? Do you want to hear about a heart wall? Do you want to hear about connecting with your intuition? Which videos, what types of things do you really want to hear about? Leave that in the comments below, and I will see you later.